Let's talk baseball for a bit, because the Indians have won 2 in a row out in Seattle. And the good news is Francisco Lindor might be coming back Friday. The Indians coming back to take on St. Louis, Atlanta in interleague play. And it could be Francisco Lindor in that starting lineup. He's been down at Columbus where he's got 2 hits and 8 at-bats, 1 home run, and 1 RBI. Now, I did see him hit the home run and saw him limp a little bit running around the bases, but I'm sure he was wearing an air cast, and I'm sure that's what the reason is.
I was just going to say, great news that Lindor would be potentially in the lineup by Friday. I can't believe the Indians would rush this.
No.
And they would have to ask Lindor 100 times, are you good to go? And then once he says I'm good to go, slam the brakes on him for another couple days.
Okay, and that being said, would you also tell him it's okay if you only go 85% running the bases?
I'd be worried, because the minute you do that is the minute you get injured. When you start to back off, especially a guy like Lindor who plays at such a high rate of speed and energy. But listen, you saw the bad happenings in Kansas City. They get swept, and you're like, the ebbs and flows of a season. It's a long season. They go to Seattle, a team that had just been swept by Houston, but was off to a red-hot start until that point.
Right, now they've lost 5 in a row now.
Yeah, so the Mariners are still a dangerous team, and the Indians take the first 2.
Well, how about this? The lineup that the Indians had just 3 or 4 games ago, and they get one guy, they send him out, and he's complaining about the Indians front office. And then you still have Max Maroff, and you still have some guys who don't really belong in the major league. Stamets they got rid of. But now at least the lineup, we'll forecast it here against a right-handed pitcher. It looks presentable. It looks like, maybe some of these guys, veteran guys, don't have the bat that they had before. But that's now a little bit of an imposing lineup.
Yeah, all of a sudden it looks better. I mean, you have Cargo in there. You have Lindor back. Tyler Naquin in the 8th spot
where he
isn't so bad, okay, as opposed to the 3 spot.
Yeah, opening day he's in the 3 spot.
It's possible that the way Leonis Martin is swinging the bat, Francona says, I'm going to keep him at the leadoff spot and have Lindor batting second. That's possible, but this is probably the long-term order here.
Or you might move Jose Ramirez down until his bat comes around, although it looked like it's come around, hit a home run the other night. And
some encouraging signs in Seattle. Admittedly, only 2 games, but encouraging swings from Jose.